Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 3 of All the Mods 3. Right now we are in the beginning of Tier 1. We just did our first quest and we have a choice to make. We can either go down the, Botania route, metal plates, so the technology route, or this is steel. So anyways, given these options, why don't we start with technology, because that's what I like to do. Alright, so to do so we need, let's see, iron and invar plates. That doesn't look too bad. I assume we need some type of hammer. And then we can, oh no, we can even make it on the, smeltery. Wonderful. Before we do that though, I want to see if I can make permanent plate casts. So in order to make permanent casts, we're going to need gold. I suspect that's the easiest way to get it. Gold ore, found in caves under Y level 62. So last time I went mining, which of these chests has all my ores in them? This one. I got a bunch of stuff, but I didn't get any gold, presumably because I didn't go deep enough. So why don't I make another chest for ingots, because I apparently didn't do that, and then I'll repair my pickaxe and we can go mining again. This time I'll try to start, deeper so that we can look for gold specifically. So for the time being, I can only repair my pickaxe with a sharpening kit, and that fully repairs the pickaxe. So I may as well wait till it's broken to do so. Now, I'm looking for a ravine. That looks like it might be one. Let's head here. Because I want to just have some way to jump into, low Y levels so I don't spend all my time mining more iron, or... Not that iron and, copper aren't useful, it's just I have a fair amount of it right now. So that's not my waypoint. 200 meters. This plains here has a lot of cows and some horses, but no, sheep and horses, but no cows. Unfortunately, I do need leather too. If I get some leather, I can make a hay glider, which I think will make it easier to get from, get around. It takes, how much leather? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 pieces of leather. And absent cows, we have to kill horses for it. Sorry, horses. It's not you, it's me. What kind of tree is this? Hill cherry. Does it have food? No. Well, that's a shame. Anyways, we're almost there. And you see, more sheep. Useless sheep. I need cows. Cows have leather. Ooh, cows. These are the closest ones to my base, but I'm probably just going to kill them for leather anyways. They'll spawn more. We're in the plains. Come on, cow. Grass, don't get in the way. Alright, cows also drop a lot more leather than horses, so... looking at these cows, I very well may have run by cows before thinking they're sheep. This cow is pretty well disguised as a sheep, if you look at it from the side, Sneaky cow. I also need a better weapon. That, or maybe I just need to learn to hit my attacks. This is why I don't do combat in Minecraft. Well, I made it. This isn't quite what I expected, so I guess I'll keep looking. I'm sure sooner or later I'll run into maybe this... No, that's just a cave entrance. If I run around long enough, I'm sure I'll find a ravine. Right? They're not that rare. Alright, I give up. That didn't quite go as planned. I ran around a bunch and didn't find any ravines, that is. So, I did sleep once too. I want to set my spawn point back to here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna dig. As if digging, try to find a cave while digging, and I'll use Journey Map to dig into a cave once I'm at a sufficiently low Y level. I think I may as well go all the way to diamond level, even though I doubt I can mine diamonds with this pickaxe. Well, looks like no help needed. I dug my way into a little cavern here all on my own. So I'm going to find some way to extend this ladder down, or staircase, whatever. So I can get back up when it's time, and so that I don't hopefully get killed by skeletons. I should have probably made some armor, but oh well. Now that I'm down here, I'm at Y23, so hopefully we'll find some gold. Let's also repair a pickaxe. Alright, well, I can definitely hear mobs. I'm also out of torches. Do I have more? Nice. So hopefully I can get some gold down here. Ooh, lapis. I want that too. The good thing about lapis is once you have a little bit of it, you can go apply Fortune 1 to your pickaxe, your Tinker's pickaxe, and that'll help you get a lot more. So I might even just head back up immediately. Oh geez, that's a lot of zombies. And upgrade my pickaxe to Fortune 1. And would you look at that? Gold. That's exactly what I came here for. Now I can actually make casts as well. I'd say this was much easier than trying to go find that ravine I was looking for that I never ran into. That was a large gold vein too. There's actually, because of the way ores generated this pack, more on the surface of caves, it's actually very rewarding to go caving. That's a spawner. Alright, I should take care of that. What type of spawner is there? Oh god, I'm dead. Bye. No, I'm not dead. That creeper did a lot less damage to me than I expected, but I am leaving. Where's my way out? Ta-da-la, don't mind me, monsters. I guess a monster box does, I don't know. A lot of mobs definitely popped out when I killed it, but I don't know if it was spawning mobs. In any event, poison won't kill me, so I should be fine. Aha, we made it up. Alright, cool. So now I can process our gold. Let's see, what cast do I need? Definitely a plate, definitely an ingot, pickaxe head, and sharpening kit. Let's go with those 4 for now. It's occurred to me that in order to make the plate cast, I need a plate first. Is there like a, I don't know, like a stone plate I can maybe make? This looks like it. Clay plate. There we go. Okay, perfect. I was wondering how I get my first plate to make the cast. Let's also take this opportunity to make our smeltery a little bigger. For now, I'll just make it taller. This way, let's see. So it's 3x3 interior, but 3 tall. So now we can do up to 3 blocks at a time. Much better than before when it was only 1 tall, right? Alright, so the plates we have, or I mean the 4 things we want to make casts out of. Plate, ingot, pickaxe head, and sharpening kit. What's up here? I want gold. And I'm a somewhat impatient person, so instead of making me sit there and hit the faucet every time we have to start a new cast, why don't we make the redstone clock? We have just a little bit of redstone, and what better to use it on than automation, right? Alright, so this emits a redstone signal every... oh wait, I don't want that. Shoot, that was a mistake. Well, I can melt that back down, I think. It emits a redstone signal every second, which causes... Oh, I guess I can't melt blank cast back down. Whoops. Anyways, I'll use that to make reinforcement modifiers. Also, what was that other thing we could make with this? Eye modifier? Upgrade the chisel. Oh, interesting. Alright. Well, this could just chill for now. I'll put it here. Anyways, I also need a couple hoppers, I guess, to fully automate this. So let me craft a few hoppers. I'm not sure if there's any meaningful difference between the wooden hopper and the regular hopper, except for the fact that it only has a single slot. But they're cheaper to make, so that's what I'm going to use for now. And they might be slower, but I think this is an application where hopper speed is not, terribly important. So I need another hopper there, the chest here, and this will feed in the things that I want to cast. Alright, so now when I turn this on, I guess I need 2 more pieces of gold as well, because I accidentally made a blank cast like an idiot. Where's my gold? Organization system, and I promptly go putting stuff in chests where it doesn't belong. You go, Jimmy, you go. Alright, let's put that in there. Anyways, I guess it doesn't automatically extract the completed mold, does it? Alright, whatever. So I guess I have to manually hit the faucet still for a little bit longer. Is that... Come on, gold, finish melting. Nice. But now, say I want to turn the rest of our vitrified sand into sharpening kits, I just have to turn this on. And it'll pour it, it pours about 1 bucket per second. So after 1 bucket, it'll receive a tick and turn off. But after another second, it'll receive another tick and turn back on. So this is like poor man's automation, but it's functional. And it makes it easy for us to repair our tools. I should make a couple more casts and actually upgrade our sword and mattock to vitrified sand as well. Whatever. I'll upgrade my tools later. So let's put this here, and I can automatically pour iron. And how fast is this? That is 1 a second. I think that's slower than a regular hopper. Whatever. I'll replace this with a regular hopper in a bit. Assuming it has, yeah, a normal recipe. Alright, anyways, I don't want ironing kits or sharpening kits though, I want iron plates. So as soon as that iron melts, we'll start turning it into plates. And before we do that, I will also apply our lapis to our tool. So we can see that, I thought a single piece of lapis was enough to get fortune on it. No, it is. Luck 1, right? Where does it say that? Yeah, luck. So a single piece is enough to get fortune 1, but I'm just going to apply it all. And now, if we go mine more lapis, we have, we'll get more from it because we have fortune on the pick. Anyways, what was the other plate we needed for the quest? Invar. So that's iron and... That's an alloy of iron and something. Nickel? You know what? Let's just throw all this nickel in there then. And we'll let it all alloy, however it sees fit. There you go. We have a block of Invar and 4-ish blocks of iron. So this will start casting Invar plates, and in just a second, we should be able to complete that quest. There we go. Invar plates, iron plates. I took a look. I was wondering if I could make, full-blown buckets yet. We have iron plates, but we cannot make copper cables just yet. We need wire cutters or one of these machines. Alright, so anyways, I guess next thing is we have to make power in the form of steam dynamos and... How do I make a water bucket? Hold on. This isn't right. In order to make a bucket, I need... Am I overlooking something here? In order to make a bucket, I need insulated copper cable. To make that, I need wire cutters, or I assume I can't make the machines. Yeah, to make the machines, I need way more technology. But insulated copper cables need wire cutters, which take steel. I guess I have to make a blast furnace then. Okay, well, I guess the road ahead is set for me then. Let's go make that blast furnace. I'm going to clean up my inventory real fast. The first step to making steel is to make the coke oven, because that lets you make coal coke. So we need a lot of clay, bricks, and seared stone. Unfortunately, for some reason, they decided to make this recipe output a single item. Thanks, I guess. I'm gonna have a lot of fun grinding for clay and sand in the early game. Woohoo! But what can I do? Let's. Thankfully, I have the smeltery to alloy now. I don't have to use, our awkward alloy concoction there, and I can automatically pour the bricks. So, yep, this turns into grout very quickly. And once I'm done casting the iron, what do I have? Just over a block of it left. You know what? I'm going to turn this off and make a block of iron. Wow, actually, that made a lot of grout very quickly. 29. Can I get that in blocks? Whatever. So I'm looking at the recipe for seared stone now. I don't know, did I miss this one earlier, or did it not exist until I entered the era? Maybe it was gated, because but how can you gate smeltery? Can you gate, right? Because if I just do this, how does it determine who's doing the smeltery recipe? Okay, yeah, that doesn't work. I was like, there was almost no way I would have missed that recipe earlier. In any event, it looks like I still have to do this one, right? Is there... I'm not missing something here, am I? So this recipe uses half as much grout and doesn't take gravel. But whatever. I guess we do the recipe that we can. So we're gonna need a hopper, a chest, and a bunch of gravel. Hopper, chest, and a bunch of gravel. Pretty low on gravel too. Really low on gravel. Alright, I gotta go dig up more. Hey, remember that crevasse I was looking for? Well, I found it over here by my sand and clay digging spot. There's even a abandoned, whatchamacallit, mine shaft down there. Lots of ores. I'll definitely visit it at some point, but right now it's not what I'm after. I need gravel. Now that I've gathered all this clay, I have to smelt it. Or let's have to smelt some of it. Let's see. So we need just under 2 stacks of bricks. Let's make another furnace. I think it's 8 of these to make a furnace, right? Yeah. And I need a bit of fuel. I should also process our next charcoal lot because I'm running out of charcoal here. In the meantime, it looks like I'm going to need a lot more clay. Darn it, clay is like the most annoying. Well, no, I have enough. Never mind. I have just barely enough. Alright, so I guess I can hold off on clay. Let's go harvest our charcoal, though, and repair our shovel. So I think our charcoal, our charcoal kiln was here. Let's see how much we get. Are we still getting 16? Yeah, we're getting exactly 16 coal per, or charcoal per. So let's dig all of this out. For a grand total of, that's a lot of charcoal. So let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half stacks. And let's start up another charcoal pit. This will burn for the next half hour-ish while we do other things. Come on, nighttime. I know you're about to come. 10:27, right? So, with that behind us, let's craft our coke bricks. All 27 of them. We also need an engineer's hammer. That takes an iron gear. How do I make this? I guess I also need to make it in the smeltery for now. Just as before, first we make the gear mold. Or not. Can I not make a gear mold with a wooden gear? Rather a gear cast. Do I need like a stone gear, I guess? Alright, fine. I guess the wood burns up. You need a stone gear. That'll do it. So you pour gold over that and then yada yada yada. Because I believe in crafting more than you initially need. Let's put this here. I think I gave it, I'm going to make 8 gears, even though I only need 1 for now. Because I'm sure, yeah, I'll use the other ones before I know it. Alright, so engineer's hammer. And then let's build our coke oven somewhere. I've never actually used this kiln. But I'll leave it there, I guess, on the off chance that it becomes useful someday. Sure, where do I want to put it? Let's just put it over here for now. So it's a 3x3 with a solid center, I believe. I sometimes forget. There's like 2 types of coke ovens, one from Railcraft, one from Immersive Engineering. And I forget which one has a solid center, which one has a gooey center. Looks like this one has a solid center. Alright, and then we can either turn coal into charcoal, or rather coal into coal coke, but I don't have much coal. Or charcoal into, or wood into charcoal. But it's not very efficient because it turns each piece of wood into 1 charcoal. So I'll probably do coal for now. I've been avoiding coal when I mine, but I guess now when I go mining, I'll pick it up. As you can see, it is slow, which is why you want to get it started reasonably early because, again, it takes a long time. Technically, you don't 100% need a coke oven to start making steel. I wonder, did I do a quest? It doesn't look like it. Because, yeah, you can just use charcoal in your blast furnace, but I guess next up, the blast furnace. So that's a lot of bricks. Although it makes 3 at a time. That's good. So I'll only need to do this recipe 9 times. Once again, I find myself mining clay. This is like Mining clay is a bane of my existence because I have to run over to this river, which isn't far, and then I have to mine it underwater, and yada yada yada. I'm just complaining. You can ignore me. One more clay gathering trip later. 27 blast bricks. So these are placed in a very similar multi-block. I'm going to forget how many blocks I want between my two. I think I want 2 blocks in between, right? Hold on. So eventually we get preheaters on both these machines. Screw it. I'll rebuild the blast furnace or coke oven later. So anyways, it's the same 27 block pattern. Hit it. And it becomes a crude blast furnace. So to power it, you need either charcoal or coal coke. What is this tooltip? Anyways, forestry piles. The red color catches my eye every time. So you put iron in and either charcoal or coal coke, and this also takes literally forever. Does it say how many ticks? No, it doesn't, does it? Looks like there's a couple other recipes too. Huh, what are these? I've only seen the steel recipes before, but I guess we can make... So, anyways, that's making steel and blocks. You only get 4 slag that way. I wish there were time, so I could see how long each of these things actually take. But alas, point is it takes a long time. And I wanted to see how many pieces of charcoal it takes per piece of iron. It looks like it's going to be a lot, though. Right, we're already 3 pieces in, or 4 pieces in, and it's going to be like 8. It'll be a little less than 8, maybe 7 per ingot. That's a lot of charcoal. Good thing our charcoal farm is pretty efficient. Anyways, this has also produced some coal coke. Coal coke burns twice as long as charcoal, so you use less of it, but it's also harder to get. Yeah. I wonder, do we need creosote oil for much in this pack? It's usually used to make treated wood, which it still is. And let's see. I'm sure we'll need some, but it doesn't look like this is a pack where treated wood is used in place of wood in, every recipe known to man. Cool. All right, and on this front, we can see we're just finished our first piece of steel, and we're 7, we use 7 pieces of charcoal for it. So that's pretty expensive. This crude blast furnace also does not accept any form of item automation. So I can't use a hopper to send items into it, to give it, say, more fuel. I don't have any fuel on me, but trust me, it won't work. Our third piece of refined iron is done, which is what we needed to make our cutters, I believe. The wire cutters. We can craft those with copper plates to make wires. Let's go with 6 for now. I'll put this away here for now. And by combining those with iron plates, we can make honest to goodness buckets. Reusable buckets. Awesome. All right. So, yeah. Now, I think the quest calls for a water bucket specifically. I guess it's a power, as a coolant for the Dynamo. Water bucket. Nice. Next up, let's make that steam dynamo. So that's some iron, some copper. I need rubber. I guess probably the easiest way to get that is from IC2 rubber trees. Strangely, I don't think I've seen any. Or maybe I've just ignored them when I found them. Let's take a look-see around here and see if we can find some IC2 rubber trees. The last 2 times I played with IC2 with IC2 experimental, whereas this is IC2 classic, but I think it's pretty similar. The rubber wood was about this color, except you could tell that it was rubber because you had little spots on it that you could hit with a tree tap. But I've gone through big hole. Oh, what is this? Is this the Dragon's mod? Huh, I don't know. Anyways, I've gone through a couple different biomes, through this regular forest, I went through whatchamacall this biome? Autumnal forest, and I haven't found any yet, which leads me to believe they might be disabled. Because I recall they were also quite plentiful. Like, they weren't particularly difficult to find, and yeah, I haven't found a single one yet, so I don't know. I'll spend another couple minutes looking around. The quest technically is optional for the time being because we are getting into IC2, which doesn't use RF. So if I don't find one soon, I'll probably just not bother with this quest for the time being. Although, on the other hand, sooner or later, I'm gonna need rubber anyways. Actually, like now, to make the IC2 generator. So I guess it isn't optional. I do need to find rubber trees. Is this it? That looks about right. It's the right shape. Aha, we did it. All right. So yeah, you're looking for these little spots, but I'm rather just hoping for a sapling that I can bring back to my base and plant the tree there. So if I can get on, let's just chop the darn tree down. If I can get a couple saplings, then we can just use them to plant a new rubber farm in our base. The entire tree gave one sapling. So I'm gonna look around a bit more now that I know for sure that they spawn. They're just pretty rare, I guess. Hopefully I can find a couple more. Because yeah, I keep getting baited by these ironwood trees because they're very similar in color. But I think the ironwood trees just tend to be bigger. I think that's another one. The distinctive feature to look for, yeah, are that like pointy top. I think only rubber trees have, tops that are quite that pointed, whereas the ironwood trees do not. So, anyways, I saw at least one sapling drop. Looks like 2 saplings. Cool. 3 saplings even. Wow, what a deal. Alright, let's go plant these and bone meal them. I'll probably chop them a few more times, hopefully to get a couple more saplings. If I can get like a dozen, I think that can make for a decent manual farm for the time being. The mod is called IC2 Classic, so I shouldn't be that surprised when it implements classic behaviors of IC2, but one of the neat things about original IC2 trees was that they always grew in a single bone meal for some reason. 100% of the time. But so far, I've gotten exactly 1 sapling per tree, so I haven't exactly gone anywhere. That tree didn't even give me any. So yeah, I don't know if I'm just unlucky, or maybe I should be using, like, do you get more leaves from... Uh-oh. Or do you get more saplings from leaves if you break them manually as opposed to letting them decay? Not actually sure. There's a sapling. You get sticks from them if you break them manually. I'm gonna try it. Yeah, breaking the leaves instead of letting them decay seems to make a big difference. I'm just using a sickle to get at least as many of the leaves as I can, and I'm almost always turning a profit now, which is good. So once I get up to maybe a dozen-ish saplings, we can plant the actual farm. Alright, enough saplings now. For a manual farm, usually what I do is I just grow the tree, take a look around, make sure it has at least one of the tree tap spots. Sometimes the trees grow without them at all, and that's pretty disappointing. And space them 1 block apart, and do it again. And if it doesn't have any, then, chop the tree down and replant it. But if it has at least one, it's usually worth keeping. And obviously get rid of all the leaves because they don't do anything for you. So while we're manually farming these, only the rubber wood with that little spot matters. Later, once we get like automated tree farms, we can start processing the wood itself. So rubber wood in a extractor, I believe, can be turned into rubber. And that's much easier for automation, but we're not at the automation point yet. Another thing you can do, if you have like a moving wand or something that can move entities, I'm pretty sure the wood with the thing is actually a tile entity. You can just get rid of the rest of the tree that doesn't have useful bits. The entire tree doesn't have useful bits, and just stack a bunch of the trees with the rubber spots next to each other. These trees also grow really quick on their own. Geez. To actually get the sticky resin off the trees, you can either chop down the bits that have the little spots on them, but obviously that's single use, Or if you make a tree tap, you can right click them and they fly off in random directions at approximately the speed of sound. So sometimes you have to go hunt them down. Well, maybe IC2 Classic here actually fixed that. The old behavior for the tree taps used to be that these get sent in random directions, all the way to the moon. That one feels like it got sent all the way to the moon. But anyways, you can actually click the spots twice as well. So even after you click it, you see how there's like a dim outline there. You can tap it a second time, but if you do so, you permanently destroy the spot. So, there's very little reason to actually do so. Apparently something landed on top of that tree. It's going to be awfully hard to get to. But yeah, this is the manual process for collecting rubber. It's not the fastest. It consumes tree taps, although these are just made from wood, so that's no big deal. Later, we'll automate this. As with just about all things, later we'll automate them. And then all we have to do is cook the sticky resin in a furnace and it turns into rubber. But let's wrap up this episode here. We'll come back next time, and I think I might skip this for now because why start producing RF when we don't need RF yet? Looks like logistics pipes is unlocked. I love logistics pipes. We'll see whether we end up using it or not. I guess it largely depends on how deep applied energistics is. Whatever, I'm sure it's somewhere and I just missed it. But yeah, we'll come back next time and continue down our IC2 progression. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.